Thank you. I'm Joseph Sila, and I'm aspiring to be the next Secretary General of the African Nazarene University. I'm also the current Mr. Environment, and eager to get this seat. I'm it's the way I've showed it's the way I've showed commitment as Mr. Environment, as even we are planning to for tree planting on Friday in this Secretary General. That I was testing for my leadership skills in terms of commitment and responsibility. And in relation to that, Secretary General is not a big deal for me, as I've served for a Secretary General in various platforms, as we will see as we go forward. Thank you.
Comrades power. Comrades power. I want to take this opportunity to say that my name is Peter Raburu Ouma Onyinopol Nyawara. I'm an aspiring Secretary General in the year 2023-2024. I want to say that in leadership is only one thing that we learn. We learn that in anything that we do, as said by the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, he once said that when you reach the end of your rope, tie the knot in it and hang on it. I want to say that I've been very ambitious to making a change in an institution of this kind, and this will only happen if we all move forward together. I want to bore you with a lot of theories, but I want to tell you that a leader who is visionary enough to transform a society or an institution is not just measured by a debate. I personally don't believe in debates because of my personal reasons, but I want to tell you that if you have a chance to change the society, please vote a leader who is visionary, who has ambition of changing the status quo in the society. I want to leave you by those, and we'll continue engaging in March. Thank you, and God bless African Nazarene University.
Good morning, members present. Good morning. Sorry for that. Members present, good afternoon. I am Polycarp Khaloba Wekesa. I'm a third year pursuing education. I'm vying for the post of the Secretary General, and I believe in all in one unity and in one accord, we'll have to make change which is positively and has maximum social benefit to all of us. And that is all.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for that, your fine speeches. At this particular juncture, we'd like to turn it over to the panelists so that they can pose a few questions to them. They can be able to respond it, so that you can also be able to assess whatever they have said. Panel, it's your time.
So the first question is a general question that goes to all of you. Name one core value of African Nazarene University and explain what it means to you. One core value of African Nazarene University.
One core value of African Nazarene University is community, and community is seeking a space for you in this world.
Thank you so much for that question. I believe that one of the core values of African Nazarene that means a lot to me is community. I think that as a community, we should be able to live in a harmonious community that will be able to make change in whatever that is existing in the community today. By that I mean that we're not just here for the sake of it, but we're here to make change in the community and bring an impact. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. And in relation to that, I will say my core value amongst the three of them, I consider character. Character is the thing that defines a leader, and it's a quality of a good leader. Being of character, you will be able to influence others so that they can see your ways, how they are, and they can also follow you. Thank you.
The next question is to Mr. Joseph Sila, specific to your manifesto. One of the issues that you've tackled in your manifesto is increase and modification of resting places, in brackets gazebo, and you've talked of increase. So my question is, what is the practicability of that? Do you intend that another gazebo be made, or how do you intend to increase resting places?
Thank you for the question. And in relation to that, I will be seeking for their modification so that, let's say, for example, they don't have power and corporate is using his laptop or his or her phone, and it has went off. No need to go to the room or to the class so that he can charge it. He will be seated there, plug his charger in the socket, and continue using it instead of going to the room. The second question that you have tackled is about the increase. I will be seeking so that they be located in different places, because not everyone want to sit next to the PS. There's another one who want to sit next to Jedgar Chapel or outside Estro. Thank you.
The next question goes to Peter Paul. In your mind that you will improve the lockdown browser, do you know how the lockdown browser works?
Okay, thank you for that question. We've been having very many problems while sitting for exam. You find that you are doing your exam, but then because of the lockdown browser, you end up being flagged for the misbehavior of the lockdown browser. I think we need to have a correct system which will make sure that everyone, when doing exam, have the best out of it. We don't want situations where after doing your exam, you get a report that you've been flagged because of that. By that I mean that we're going to make sure that the system works well during the examinations, so that we work with the IT guys to make sure we improve the system. Thank you.
So in line with that, what steps do you intend to take to improve as you stated in your manifesto?
The step I intend to make this is that I can't do this alone. We'll have to work together with the IT and the administration block as a whole to make sure that the whole system is upgraded for the benefit of all comrades. Thank you.
I'm Polycarp. Good afternoon. I have a question for you from your manifesto. I have not seen anywhere where you tackle anything concerning students. It's about the environment, it's about waste management. So I want you to tell me what are the 3 biggest challenges you face, students in Nazarene face, and how you plan to address them. Thank you.
Pardon, please.
Polycarp, I'm asking you,
Yes.
what do you consider as the 3 biggest challenges facing comrades at Nazarene, considering we have not seen your manifesto yet?
Yes. Some of the problems that are facing students at Africa Nazarene, first is about about fees, about clearing the fees, and this when we started this semester, it was all about that you must pay half of the school fees so that you can start your education for this semester. And for that, for the solution, as an elected SG, I'll enable the student council to enter into a progressive dialogue with the administration so that we have a desirable outcome to students so that they can also start to learn despite paying half of the school fees. And the second issue about the comrades, I think the second issue about the comrade is about the issue. We have issues here, and as an SG, I'll ensure all those needs are timely made without dilly-dallying. And yes.
Check one. Excuse me, audience. There's a rule in play that there's only 2 minutes for every candidate. And with that said, whenever time is, up, I'll be clapping. You can also ask that because the time is up. So, candidates, please be aware that if time elapsed, be clapping, and if I clap, then the crowd will also clap on, so that you maintain time. Thank you.
The next question goes to Peter Paul. In your manifesto, you have spoken about the entertainment sector in African Nazarene University. I read in verbatim, you've written, since the beginning of time in Nazarene, we've had the same school events over and over again. We have had usual music and comedy events, and we are tired of them. If voted in, I plan to implement new fun and exciting events like masquerade party, Halloween, dance competition, ANU Sports Day, and other creative ones like costumes party. Is this implementation within your capacity as a Secretary General? What are the duties of a Secretary General as enshrined in the ANUSCO Constitution?
Thank you so much for that question. I want to say that
kindly please like get offline. Unajua tuna struggle kwa wale wenye wana view online, wana view live, so wahurumie tu, like hadi hao wanataka kuona, wako wengi sana. Thank you. Get offline, toka offline.
I want to say that when we all came to the university, we just didn't came to get the degree and move like that. I believe that we should make campus life more enjoyable, and by that's why I came up with the manifesto on the entertainment sector, where we've been having events, but these events, since I joined this university, we've been having events, similar events over and over again. We want to look at this in a situation where we can diversify the entertainment system, where we have even more parties, to make sure that instead of
Excuse me. My question is this implementation within your capacity as a Secretary General?
Oh, thank you. My function as enshrined in the Constitution is to articulate student affairs to the Dean and to the students' organization. By that, I will be able to air those issues there, and we have a dialogue with the administration and the students' organization, so that we can have a good way of looking at, of having a dialogue around that issue.
The question was, what are the duties that have been enshrined in the ANUSCO?
Okay. The duties of the Secretary General as enshrined in the Constitution is, one, my main duty is to articulate student issues to the students' organization and to the administration. And another thing, I'm the person who is in charge of all the minutes that we're going to take and keeping records, non-financial records, and any other records, and lodging them with the Dean. And another duty,
the next question goes to Sila. The Electoral Commission is mandated to diligently and in fidelity to the Constitution and annexed statutes, rules and regulations, address concerns or disputes or grievances raised by candidates after an election. Are you familiar with this process of handling electoral grievances? In the event you are not satisfied with the decision of the Dean of Students, what other redress do you have as a candidate?
Thank you for the question. And in relation to that, I'm aware that any candidate that is not satisfied with the elections after they have been announced have a chance to file an appeal, so that his issue or our issue can be heard. Thank you.
The question is, in the event that you are not satisfied by the decision of the Dean of Students, what other redress do you have as a candidate?
Pardon?
You write a petition it is heard by the Dean of Students. In the event that you're not satisfied by the decision from the Dean of Students, what other redress do you have as a candidate?
In my perspective, I don't think as articulated the Constitution, if the Dean is the one who has the file of redress for the election results. But I understand that commission is set so that it can hear your issue, and with that I understand that it will be well settled.
My question goes to Polycarp. What do you think makes you stand out among the other aspirants? Because as for them, we have seen their manifestos, we have seen what they want to do for the comrade, but as for you, we haven't seen the manifesto. So what do you think makes you stand out? What will attract the delegates to vote for you now that they have no manifesto to know what you want for the comrade?
Thank you for the question. For the side of manifesto, what it bring it real is the action. So for me, I believe I have a capability and a capacity to work, to start and to work according to action, so that for the benefit of the comrade, so that they are not faced with many issues. And as I said earlier, I'll deal with all those needs and concern so that they are settled in a timely manner and without dilly-dallying.
Well, specifically my question is because all of you are promising things that are going to happen in the but as we stand now, the delegates are going to work with what we have. What do you think makes you stand out among them? Because for them, we have promises that are actually written and they can be accountable for the same.
For me also, I have the promises, I have the manifesto.
The next question goes to Peter Paul. How will you ensure that the new you proposed in your manifesto are inclusive and in line with the school's values?
Thank you. How I will ensure that what I've proposed in my manifesto is in line with the school and the school values is that I believe everything that I've written in my manifesto is within the school values and is within the laws of this is within the handbook and the laws. But I think the best thing we can do is my manifesto is based on things that I'm aspiring for this university, and they are in line with the core values, which is character, community, and competence. Thank you.
Okay, my question was, how will you ensure the events are in line with the school's values and are inclusive?
The events?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the question. The events I have in my manifesto are like any other events we've been holding in the school. There's nothing peculiar with the events. The only thing that we want to ensure that comrades feel that they have enjoyed life in the university, and there's nothing peculiar with the events. They're just there to guide me as I'm going to make sure that the events are realized in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for the SGs. Yeah, indeed, it is not easy to come up here. Thank you, Mosota. Indeed, it is not easy to come up here and air out your views. It's a tough crowd, but what can we do? So maybe a follow-up question to the SGs. Joseph Sila, I believe, you said in your manifesto concerning the gazebo as revamping or refurbishing it from being a resting place to modifying it. Does it essentially mean that you will advocate for change of the location of the gazebo? Does it mean you're going to build a new gazebo for us? Thank you. And also, this question goes to all the SGs. What inspired you to be able to vie for this seat, and why? What inspired you? Many of ANU students are here. They got an opportunity to see an email calling for the SG's application. What's different for you? So why did you choose to apply? So those are my two questions. Joseph Sila, you may start.
Thank you. In relation to that, being said they will be located different places, there's not necessarily everyone want to sit outside the PS. There's another one want to sit outside the else room and another one outside Jenigan. So it's good another one we constructed here and there or different places. And in relation to that, other what aspired to me to be the Secretary General is that I've served as Secretary General and Secretary in various capacities, including African Sustainable Leaders, which is a branch of UN, and I'm the Secretary there. Secondly, I'm committed, and leadership means committed and honesty, and I'm a man of character. That's why if you go through my manifesto, from number 3, that's a modification of student gazebos, waste segregation, that's number 4, and number 5, if you go to read, during the appointment of directors in consultation with the chairperson, we will ensure that we appoint people who are committed like me and observe punctuality and honesty. Because when we elect or appoint someone who is just my friend and go to sleep there, I'll be the first person to be accused of the failure because we are the one who appointed that person. I don't want that thing. And even number 8, there is a strengthening of Catholic departments.
Thank you. What inspired me to vie for the Secretary General position? I believe that in every place that life gives an opportunity, then everyone should stand up to the occasion and showcase what they have to the society. By that I mean, I want to be one day, when I leave this institution, at least I will have made a change. But this change, I'm not going to do it alone. We're going to do it together with everybody on board. Thank you.
For what inspired me to vie for an ISG in Africa Nazarene, first I believe a leader is a person that has a call. And for me, I have a call that makes me to serve people with a sense of duty and with a high level of diligence. And the other reason is that I believe a leader is a person who brings a positive change. And due to that, I believe in myself, I'm a person who can bring a positive change to all students in African Nazarene.
At this particular juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we have two audiences. We have this audience and we have a virtual audience. Now, I'll invite 4 questions from this audience to them. You can decide to direct your question to any of the candidates. Then after that, we shall be able to proceed to the much-awaited presidential debate. So if you are able to, if you have any question, kindly, ladies and gentlemen, the mic is there. Kindly just raise your hand so that you can be seen, spotted, and media team kindly inform us if the virtual audience also has a question for the aspiring Secretary Generals. So any questions, guys? Yes, we have a question here, one question here. Kindly introduce yourself and tell us where the question is heading.
Thank you so much. My name is Nasty Finley. My question is being directed to Mr. Silla. Mr. Silla, currently you're holding a position as a Secretary General for another organization. Kindly pardon, which organization is it?
That is Africa Sustainable Leaders Group, which is a branch of Anyira Academy and a branch of United Nations, which encompasses youth in Africa, 10 universities.
You have a follow-up question? Yeah.
Okay.
I wish you'd just have the microphone. I wish you'd just have the microphone. What is the last you had a meeting with the organization, Mr. Silla?
Most of our meetings are virtual, and on Saturday we end a virtual meeting, which my category is SDG, that is climate action and renewable energy.
Thank you so much. From the intensity in which you describe this position, I tend to feel this is a serious position.
Yes.
That is a serious position.
Yes.
And I don't know to what intensity, or rather to what weight, this new position you're trying to vie for means.
The intensity is because it is the same duties, because it's about Secretary General, and I'm conversant and I have experience in such a field. That's why I vote for Secretary General, but not treasurer.
We need to give room for other people to ask questions. We have another question outside there.
Now, to the last part of it, you're going to work for 2 organizations. How do you want to balance work for these 2 positions? These are 2 strong positions. You're Secretary General to 2 different institutions. How do you want to organize all of these together with your classwork? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. And in relation to that, and I'm flexible enough, and most of our meetings are held on weekends and all once in a month. And in this for Secretary General for the university, and I'm always at school, and that's why where I do most of the duties, because I'm a student. So I will be available for all the meetings and all the classes I have already done, and that's not a big deal for me.
Thank you. The second question.
Thank you very much. The second question.
Yes, very much the candidates. I have first one question. Recently, and the previous governments, there have been issues of the student council and a little bit the administration on how they work. As the Secretary General, all of you, this question goes to all of you. How do you intend to bridge that gap between the administration and the student council to make sure that every promise that you're making to us will be fulfilled? The second question is, according to your manifesto, whatever you have said, what happens when circumstances do not favor the fulfillment of your manifestos, or you are frustrated? What other solution do you have? What will you do in such a situation when circumstances, either personal or any other circumstance, may force your manifesto be hard or be frustrated in a way that they cannot be fulfilled? So those two questions.
Thank you. I understand that everything I articulated is enforceable, because that's why I did not go for saying like things I will add for a swimming pool, which encompasses funds and it's a process. And I go for things which are enforceable, like mental health for the students. That's very important, and we are for it championed peer counseling, and that I will work in the counseling department and community development, so that you can see fulfillment of mental health for the students. And in case of anything that, but I don't think there's anything that is that in fulfillment in manifesto. There's thing I've learned that is emotional intelligence. It will assist me in controlling my emotions, so that and have alternative solution to what I've not.
Well, one last question.
One last question.
Okay. Kindly answer. You have a minute to do that.
Thank you for that question. In any case, the main function, my core function as an SG, will be to articulate issues to the student council and to the administration, specifically to the dean's office. And in any case, I believe the best skills we were taught in foundational leadership is communication, and that's the dialogue. I believe we can dialogue and make sure that all this we come to a point where we have agreed on how we're going to implement some of these things. I also know that it's not going to be an easy journey, because sometimes the administration may decide to frustrate some of this manifesto, but I believe that the power of comradeship is very alive, and we're going to make sure that all this are realized in the future. Thank you.
For that question, I will to ensure that all concerns are met. I will ensure all students we are together in a steadfast and unwavering solidarity, so that we be one and we settle as one in one accord. And first thing, as I believe, unity is strength. So we'll have the strength, and all the concern and needs will be met.
Well, okay, thank you for that.
One last question.
No, I only gave chance for 4 questions. That the last question, we are not receiving any other question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Agri, Omani TV 254. I have one question here. The question is that of an... Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. The greatest responsibility of an SG is acting as a link between students and the admin. So, students, this goes to all of you.
Kindly repeat your question.
I repeat the question. I've said the greatest responsibility of an SG is acting as a link between students and the admin. How do you plan to empower these, ensure students are informed? Thank you.
I'll allow them to respond. Yes, but it has been asked, let them respond.
I think we already dealt with the question. Maybe if there's no last question.
Wait, you are not the one to give direction. Does anyone feel they need to respond to that question among the 3 of you? Okay, if there is no other question, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, because of time, we need to get to the presidential debate. Huh? You have a question? How many questions are they given?
Maintain silence. Maintain silence.
Silence. Silence. You know, if I allow him, any other person who are... Okay, let's agree. Let's agree. Let's agree. Silence, let's agree. Yes, let us agree. If you continue to do that, we won't agree. Let's agree first. If he's asking a question, kindly sir,
Bosoto, you're blocking the view of the camera.
Kindly sir, relax. This is what we are agreeing. His question...
We don't want the security to be involved.
No.
Kindly.
Okay, let's agree. Don't do that, kindly. Okay, comrades, let's agree. If he's asking a question, that's the last question. We are moving to the presidential election, right? Perfect. Okay, no, we have agreed, no any other question. After this, we are getting to the presidential election. Okay, we are not taking any other question. Ask your question so that you proceed. The last question. Ask your question. This is the last question.
This is the last question from
Then we move.
We don't have any other question.
Yeah. No, I'm going to ask a question in the presidential debate. What are you saying that this is the last question? So in case I'm asking my question to Peter Paul and Sila. Polycarp was already won. Okay. So in case of anything, in case the school administration does not is not ready to work with your manifesto and your promises, are you going to take this course that the leader of Africa has taken? Because we want to try that maybe if that is going to happen. Are you ready for that?
Well, comrades, as they respond to that, they'll also be giving their closing remarks so that we can be able to move to the next segment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. And in relation to that, my things that I've titulated is very clear. And I can't take a deeper election because most of them relate to me as members to the council and in appointment of directors and things like mental health. University is highly concerned about things like mental health and it can't have a contrast opinion in relation to strengthening mental health of students. Thank you. And in making my closing remarks, I can say that there was no sufficient time to air to my manifesto. In case you want any personal clarification, I am available. Thank you.
I am a prospect believer of dialogue. But in any case, when dialogue fails, we need to take the next action. But that I don't mean that we're going to take the actions that are available within the law, and we'll all agree that even we saw yesterday, dialogue is very key, and we'll have honest discussions in those situations. My closing remark is, I believe that we all here are equal to the task. But by you delegating that duty to me to be your next Secretary General means that we're going to work together in bringing this institution to the next level that will be beneficiary to everybody. Thank you and have a great evening. Thank you.
I'll finalize by saying that when you elect me as an SG, all the things will be met, as I have said, in a good time. And that is only what I can say to you. Otherwise, I thank you for all for listening unto us.
Thank you for your fine speeches, and thank you, audience, for maintaining decorum as people who are intellectuals. At this particular time, ladies and gentlemen, let us allow the aspiring Secretary Generals to take their seat. Kindly let's give them a round of applause as they even take their seats. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. On to the next segment. We'll be having the deputy presidential candidates to just come and to just take their place, to be able to say hello so that muajue, so that you interact, okay? Thank you. First, we'll be having Dosila Okode. Oh, deputy. Oh, okay. Sorry. Dosila Okode is a presidential candidate. My mistake. I apologize. That was a minor error. I apologize. Benson Rugendo. Shanice. And Esther Ngeta. A round of applause, kindly. Thank you. I'll just give them the opportunity. Kindly settle down. Asante sana. So now we'll be the deputies 2 minutes to be able to make an introductory statement. Thereafter, we'll now invite the presidential candidates to now kick off this well-anticipated debate.
Good evening. Yeah, my name is Benson Rugendo. I'm a servant secretary. I was the Secretary General, but now I'm spiraling Vice Chair. And I would like to say that leadership is an opportunity to better the lives of people, but not an opportunity to satisfy your personal gain. So I would like to tell delegates to vote with a lot of integrity. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hi, hello. My name is Shanice Akoth. I'm a third year student doing IBM. I'm aspiring to be the Vice President, and if you elect us, we'll ensure that you have a nice day in Africa Nazarene. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Esther Ngeta. I'm a third year student. I'm deputizing Dalmas Othiambo. Whatever you can say, I'm not going to speak much because I know he's going to tackle that. Whatever I can say is that kindly vote for a leader who is going to air your views and who is going to include everyone in the institution. Thank you.
Thank you for your fine speeches. At this particular time, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time that we were waiting for. As we invite the deputy president's aspirants to take their seats, kindly let's give them a round of applause as they take their seats. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in the set book Caucasian chalk circle, Bertolt Brecht was able to note a very important aspect. And there is one line that in particular I really enjoyed reading. The line went like this: and noon was no longer the time to die. So ladies and gentlemen, at this particular juncture, it is not noon, but it is a time that we have all been waiting for. In no particular order, ladies and gentlemen, kindly, as we agreed when this whole event started, we agreed that we are going to obtain decorum of the highest quality. And we have been able to do that, as we are able even to get to this final bit, as I'm inviting, in no particular order, the presidential aspirants. Sure. In no particular order as I do this, I will begin by inviting Mr. Philip Kimoachi. Kimoachi, kindly take the stage. The next aspirant, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite Dosila Okode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, let's obtain silence. Let's obtain silence, ladies and gentlemen. And at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we have already invited two speakers, and from the crowd, it seems that we have an indomitable lion that has yet roared at this particular time. Ladies and gentlemen, let us invite the indomitable Dalmas Otieno. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's calm down. Let us calm down. Thank you for that session. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Silence. Thank you, intellectuals. Thank you for that. Now at this particular juncture, before we hand over to the panel, ladies and gentlemen,
allow me at this juncture to be able to invite the presidential aspirants to be able to not only introduce themselves, but give us the opening statements in 2 minutes on who they are and what they intend to do for us. Let us begin from our far left, Dalmas Otieno. Kindly let us obtain silence. Let us obtain silence so that we can be able to listen to each of them. Dalmas, the time is yours.
Greetings, comrades. How are you doing this evening? I'm Dalmas Odhiambo Kimida. I'm doing Bachelor of Commerce, Accounting option. I'm in my 3rd year, and I'm privileged this evening to stand in front of you. I'll just urge fellow comrades, I'm just mere like you. I just want us to maintain decorum. I want you to hear me out. I want to talk to you. You are my friend, you are my brother, you are my sister. So let's maintain and stand together. This evening, I'm very honored to stand in front of you. A small boy from a village, Nasira village from Busia County. I'm very much humble. Today, I'm aspiring candidate for the position of ANUSEC chairperson. As a passionate and committed student as you are today, I'm here offering my previews to you. I am committed to serving you in integrity, transparency, and purpose. I am here to create an environment that is student-centered, to ensure that we foster on growth, diversity, and excellency. Thank you very much for this time. We're going to interact more.
Thank you, Mr. Dalmas, for your speech. Kimawachi, it's your time.
Greetings. Greetings, comrades. Greetings. I want my supporters to cool down. Don't talk. Cool down. Cool down. Like I want this debate to be so mature. I want us to debate on points and issues. That is what I want. And before cool down. Now, before I introduce myself, panelists, you just have to add me 1 minute. 1 more minute. I need to clear the air. There's some
silence.
I want us to discuss. We can reach a point. We can reach a point of agreeing on something. Now, before I introduce myself, I would like to clear the air.
Guys, comrades, silence.
I would like to clear the air.
Thank you.
Now give me a chance to speak. I'd like to clear the air. I know in the... Please. Yes, now, before I continue, I'd like to clear the air. In the new forum, there was one person who claimed to be me and said that I dropped out of the rest. That is not true. By the way, thank you for the PR. Thank you for the PR. Second, I'd like to tell you guys that a society needs leadership. A society needs leadership. Without leadership, a society will fall. And the society that, and if a society doesn't have good leadership.
Excuse me. Kindly to the audience, each member has a time limit. Kindly give them time to be able to air out their views. Behind there, kindly. Let's maintain silence and order so that they can even be able to be heard by everyone here.
Let me just finish up quickly.
Thank you.
Now, every society needs a leadership, and the leader that you have in a society is going to determine the next phase of the society. And a leader is a person who's ready to sacrifice for his people or her people. A leader is a person who's ready to give it all. And you know, if you're a leader, you can't give what you don't have. And let me assure you today, great people of Nazarene, I have the passion and the strength to serve you all. Then second, now I'm introducing myself. I wasn't yet there. Now, my name is Philip Kimawachi, a third-year law student. Currently, I'm the deputy president of LANU, that is the Law Assembly of Africa Nazarene. And I was, at that time, they entrusted me with that, but now I'm done with them. The moment you guys elect me, I believe in you. We are going to work together to make this school a better place. And even as we're going to share manifestos, guys, I want us to be very open. I know we are three candidates. Some of us were supporting Delmas just because you're friends. Some of us are supporting me. Some of us, listen. Some of us, Some of us are supporting me. Some of us are supporting me. Some of us are supporting me. No.
Your time is ending.
Wait.
Time is up.
You're making me. Just give me a time. Just give me half a minute.
You're wasting time.
I'm finishing now.
Silence. Silence.
Listen.
Silence.
Just listen.
Kimawachi.
Listen.
Mr. Kimawachi.
Some people are supporting me because I'm their friend. Wait. Therefore, I'm urging you people today. I don't want you to be biased. Vote for your candidate. Tomorrow stand up. Choose the person that you want. Thank you. God bless Nazarene. God bless Kenya.
Okay. Thank you. Silence.
Just use it.
Yeah.
Just use it. Okay.
Silence before you speak. Silence. Hey, comrades. Comrades. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, we asked each other that we are going to maintain objectivity in this debate, and I urge us to move in that same line of thought, that we are going to be objective, that we are not going to turn personal, that we are going to be able to listen to the ideas. Now, this juncture, allow me to invite Dosila Okode for opening statement.
Thank you.
Silence.
Dear comrades and friends,
Silence.
Dear comrades and friends, I salute you in the name of comradeship and in the name of Lord Jesus. My name is Dosila Okode. And I am a third year pursuing international business management. Today I stand in front of you to present myself not only as a student, but as a loyal servant, as a hardworking lady. Comrades, let us be calm. Let us be calm so that I can have my chance. Let us be calm so that I can have my chance to present myself. I stand here also as an approachable leader, and in my heart, with leadership, I come before you to go beyond not tribe, not gender, but as someone who's going to be able to help you. I will be presenting my manifesto today, which we will work together to make life in ANU not only good, but I will try to make it best. I will briefly share a saying, and I will repeat it here from my favorite preacher. His name is called Brainsmead, and this is what he says: "He who withholds the truth or debards men from motives of its expediency is either a coward, a criminal, or both." So comrades, I come before you today to present myself, as possible as always, not only to say anything, but the truth. Thank you.
Well, silence, thank you. Silence, 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 silence. Thank you for obliging. Well, at this particular juncture, this is the time that we are waiting. Comrades, okay, this is the time that we are waiting for. Now, on to the panelists. Panel, what are the questions that you have for our aspirants today? Comrades, I hope that you are going to maintain silence. Can we agree, comrades? Comrades? Comrades, can we, pardon? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Well, I wish we agree. I'd like us to agree. I'd like us to agree as well. I'd like us to agree. It's not your time to speak, but when it does, you will be given the chance to speak. Well, panel, it's your time, kindly.
So the first question is a general question that cuts across. During the last election day, we had issues of delegates being locked in their houses. Do you have any fears that the same may repeat itself? It's a general question, so we can start with Dalmas.
Good, thank you. The answer is definitely yes. Let's just calm down. But what I can advise delegate is one: just change your password for your own safety. Just exercise your democratic right with your right minds.
Okay. Concerning that question of having fear whether the delegates will be taken or not, okay, this is what I know. It has been happening for quite some time. At one time I heard there was some group of delegates who were taken and closed in a place, and therefore they were forced not to exercise their democratic rights. And do I still have the fear right now? No, because I believe in the delegates that we have right now. They are principled, and the voice that they give tomorrow is the voice of God, because it is the voice of the comrade. Thank you.
When we had the election for delegates, there was no issue. The election was good, the delegates were chosen, and what I also realized is that this time the system also changed. It's a new system, and therefore I trust that the school will cooperate with us and there won't be any issue in terms of election.
We're heading across for all of you to reply. So, what is your definition of servant leadership, and how do you think you can execute your duties effectively as a servant leader?
My definition of servant leadership is someone who's going to be able not only to present the students, but to be able to understand what the students want, how to approach, how to solve it, and how to make the life of the students better.
Okay, this is my definition of servant leadership. A servant leader is a person who's ready to serve the people, no matter their place of origin or their gender or anything. They're ready to wash their feet. That is how I can define a servant leadership. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's relax. My definition of servant leadership is a leader who is able to pull his strengths together under control and then interact with students one-on-one, and then without any gender issue or inequity, to ensure that everything that comes on board is one. We work as one and we can. Thank you.
The next question is also a general question that goes to all the candidates. What experience do you have that makes you qualified to be the school president? What experience do you have that makes you qualified to be a school president?
Guys, silence. Okay, guys, let me inform you what's happening kindly. Let me inform you what's happening. Silence. Yeah. I understand. Let's do this. The matter at hand, I have talked to them. What is happening is they are talking, nothing much. Believe you me. Let's allow the leaders share their ideas. Let's be calm. Let us just be calm. And if you wish to leave, kindly stand, leave. Aspirants, Kimwachi, please answer.
Okay, thank you. The question that was asked was, you can repeat it again for the sake of the people.
Okay, the question is, what experience do you have that makes you qualified to be the school president?
Okay, that is a very nice question and I'm going to answer it. So, I have a record of being a leader. First of all, I'm the current deputy president of Law Assembly of Africa Nazarene, and I've been able to make huge strides for the school, for the law school, because at this time that is where I serve, and I've been able to, for example, right now we are having a legal week. This is the first legal week since the inception of law school. And okay, I'll not brag, I did it alone. It was because of every law student and every person. But I want to assure you, do not fear. Because the moment you give me this opportunity to serve you as the chairperson, I shall serve the whole school and not law school alone. So thank you guys, thank you.
Thank you. On your question, I'm going to start with the mere posts that I've been handling in Africa Nazarene University. Number one, I've been a leader of group projects in the class. Number two, let's just listen to me. Number two, I've been class reps, which means I've been interacting with students. Number three, let's just listen. Number three, in the School of Business, I'm currently the accounting representative. Let's just chill. In the business school, currently I'm the organizing secretary of the business school committee. So, let's relax. Which means I understand how to interact with students one-on-one, heart to heart. And that is why, that's the main reason as to why I am here aspiring as a chairperson of the African Nazarene University. Thank you.
I come from a Baptist church, and I am the leader of the youth of Faith Baptist Church. And other than that, thank you, let's be calm. Other than that, as you all know, I have been the ANU pioneer, and I've been able to present the school. And this opportunity made me realize how much and how big of a gap we have as a school. That's why I come in front of you today. Requesting to be the chairperson, not because I'm just a pioneer, but because I know comrades need to be presented. Comrades have a lot that needs to be done. Thank you.
Silence. Comrades. Thank you. Thank you for your reactions. Let us allow the panel ask the questions.
So the next question goes
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Silence. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for the energy. Now, back to the panel. Panel, ask your questions.
So the next question, Kimawachi.
Silence. At the back, kindly.
The next question goes to Kimawachi.
Thank you.
The preamble of a constitution serves as a statement that outlines fundamental principles. Let me start.
Silence.
The preamble of a constitution serves as an introductory statement that outlines the fundamental purposes and guiding principles of the constitution. The preamble of the ANU constitution was the reason behind the establishment of the African Nazarene University Students Organization.
Okay, thank you for the question. Basically, you're just asking me what is the objective of the Student Council. Now, the first objective of the Student Council is to ensure an effective communication channel between the administration and the students. Second, the reason why there is a Student Council, it is to enable for African Nazarene to have a smooth system of leadership. The third point is that we have a student leadership because if we have a student leadership, the administration will have a good relationship with the students. We are more like a link. And I believe if we are given a chance as the Student Council, we shall do exactly that. So guys, I'm still asking for your vote.
Thank you for your answer. Thank you for the answer. Silence. Thank you for your answer. Let us allow the panel to ask their questions. Yes, panel. Next question, kindly.
Dalmas, good evening. Allow me to take you.
Are you hearing?
So Dalmas, good evening. I have a question for you. Supposing there is a crisis situation on campus, I want you to take me through your negotiating principles. I am asking, supposing there is a crisis situation on campus, I want you to take me through your negotiating principles. Do you have my question?
Panel, kindly repeat. Comrades also want to hear your question as you ask. Okay, it has been addressed. I've addressed it.
So Dalmas, I am asking you a question. What if there is a crisis situation on campus? Let's say a riot, for instance. I want you to take me through your negotiating principles and how you would handle that situation.
Thank you. In case there is a crisis on campus, number one, we are working as student council. We are working with the deans of students office. So, which means everything that we are doing and anything that is coming, we are doing consultations with the office of the dean. Which means if there is any crisis within my capacity of which the student will have given me, number one, I'll take an action to talk to them because they are my peers and comrades. After talking to them, I'll give the report to the dean's office, and then the dean's office will mitigate from there. And if they will go out of hand, automatically GSC will have to come in. Trust me.
Silence. Let's allow the panel to.
The next question goes to Dorsila. In reference to your manifesto, you promise to work with delegates as they are representatives of their schools. How do you plan on working with them as they are rarely acknowledged in the ANUSEC government?
Thank you for the question. So, as a chairperson, we all know that the Constitution has a place that says that the chairperson has the right to call a committee or a subcommittee when necessary. Is that right? So, as a chairperson, kindly let's take her. As a chairperson, I would like to work with them in a way that we have a meeting at least once every month for them to represent their schools.
Silence, guys. Silence.
Okay.
Silence.
Like I said in Article 11 of the Constitution.
Silence, guys.
Like I said in Article 11 of the Constitution, the chairperson is allowed to call a committee or a subcommittee when needful and when necessary for the comrades. Therefore, I plan on calling the delegates at least once a month to discuss on how the school is going and represent the schools. Thank you.
Silence. Let's listen to the
next question goes
Silence. Let us listen to the question.
The next question goes to Philip. In your manifesto. The next question goes to Philip. In your manifesto in section 1, you mentioned about lecturer assistants. How will the lecturer assistants be recruited from students and whose work will it be?
Thank you. Allow me to answer the question. Let us begin. Now, this is the plan. This is the plan for the lecturer assistant. Now you know, okay, there has been a lot of complaints from the students And that is very true. You find a lecturer not coming to class, like he only comes to class twice a semester. Listen, now, when you get that lecturer, now, when you get, yes, now this is what I think, that when you have the lecturer, I can't.
Silence. Guys, silence, silence, silence. Silence fast, guys. Guys, silence. Silence in a minute. Let us allow Mr. Kimawachi to answer his question. Kindly, all candidates are being allowed to respond to their questions. Kindly respond. Kindly let us give them the ample time to respond. Kindly, guys. Kindly. Silence. Please speak.
Okay, now, when we're talking about this lecturer assistant, this is what will happen. Like, you know, there is a shortage of lecturers. For example, in law school, I'm talking the truth. For example, in law school, on one Good Friday, I'm just giving an example. There are so many examples. Now, we find one lecturer teaching 5 subjects, 5 units. Now, what if, tafadhali, kindly, I'm asking you guys, kindly, let us be mature in our nini. Let us just discuss. I'm not being emotional, let us just discuss. Kindly, I'm asking you guys, let us discuss.
Silence, guys. Okay, guys, silence. Okay, comrades, I have a question for you. Relax. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Can I give you an ultimatum? Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Kindly, thank you for your silence. Guys, I understand that we are very emotional. We are very... Comrades, listen. We are very passionate about what our leaders want to say. You want to protect your leader's dignity. Now let's do this. Guys. Let's do this. Let us allow every leader to speak. Then during the question and answer session, you can be able to address every issue that you have right now. Because if we speak all of us right now, nobody's going to be able to understand what you're saying. So kindly, let's allow Mr. Kimawachi to finish his speech. Then we can be able to proceed.
Okay, this is okay. Now this is what I was talking about when I talked about lecturer assistant. Now in Africa Nazarene, there is a problem. Kindly, I'm asking you, just give me time. Yeah. Now there is a problem when it comes to the availability of lecturers. We find that the student-lecturer ratio is very low. Now, we can only accomplish that not by looking for more lecturers because, okay, the administration, we have to be very innovative and look for other ways. And the only opportunity we have is to get assistant lecturers. And these assistant lecturers will come from students who are very, very smart. And they'll be like, listen. Now, any person, listen. Any person who manages to get that, it will be a work study. They'll be paid for it. They'll be paid. They'll be given money for being student lecturers. Thank you so much. That's my manifesto. Thank you.
So,
Hello. Just we are leaders. I just request us. If you believe me, then just give us, please, an ear to hear what we have. Just I request you guys.
the next question goes to Dalmas. In your manifesto, under that particular part about the speaking theatre, in your manifesto, under that particular part about the speaking theatre, you have made reference to clubs such as Public Speaking, Amnesty, Debate Society, in a quest to ensure integration with other students as we better ourselves as an institution. We have these clubs already, and in the realm of the activities, we have external and internal activities. What difference do you expect from you?
Thank you. So in this bullet point number 3, when I was talking about the speaking theatre, I'm a leader personally, and I'll really love to mentor the leaders. So Public Speaking is a club that has been launched recently. Mentorship Association, Amnesty, and ANU Debate Society. I look forward to form something that will come, for example, Indo speaking theatre, that the schools will be leaders from different schools. This is a platform where students will be given an opportunity to speak. We want to develop ourselves as leaders. That is the reason behind this. We need an inclusion. For example, when you look at the Debate Society, I'm in that WhatsApp group. It is called NULS, which means African Nazarene University Law School. I just need a platform where each and every student from CMD, whichever case, will be included in a way that will bring even external leaders to develop leaders to ensure that they are accountable and capable. Thank you.
Madam Lucila, good evening.
Good evening.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
From your manifesto, you pitched the idea of an ATM mills in La Sala, right?
Yeah.
Speak to me about business viability of that. So I was saying,
yeah.
There is this issue in your manifesto about the ATMs in La Sala, right?
Yes.
Speak to me about the business viability of having students eat, having it logged into their ATMs.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to the person that is supposed to actually get paid for that amount?
Okay. I don't know if you are here in 2019, but we had this ID card that looked like ATM cards. So my proposal was that since some students don't eat in a day and their money disappears, that ATM card will retain the money and you won't have to lose your money. All you have to do is swipe when you're ready to eat. And then another thing is that I don't think La Sala will have any loss at this because currently they are the only cafeteria we have. So in terms of the comrades, I represent the comrades. I need to ensure that they have a better life here in ANU. And what I realize is that most of the comrades cannot afford to eat thrice in a day in ANU. That is why I propose the meal card.
You do understand that what you are saying right now is different from what is in your manifesto. Because the manifesto says in verbatim, we have realized that there are students who can rarely afford to pay for meals.
Yes.
And now you are saying students who have balances from food. So explain to me.
Let me explain it to you. You see, when you have the ATM card, you don't have to pay for your full meals. As long as you even have like 60 bob in your ATM card, you can eat. But the reason I was proposing the meal ATM card was because if I only have if I only have that 60 bob, if I don't eat today, I won't have it tomorrow. But if you have the ATM card and you have that 60 bob, tomorrow you can eat. Thank you.
The next question goes to Philip. In your manifesto in section 2E, you stated that you will improve the food quality and varieties in the cafeteria. Could you explain what steps you will take to ensure that?
Okay, currently, can you hear me? Yes, currently the student council has committees, and we have directors, and the cafeteria is under a certain director. Now we have a certain committee that deals with the cafeteria. We are going to ask them to actually bring real reports, actual reports that have not been altered, and after that we are going to take the necessary steps to improve the quality of the food and everything. Thank you.
The next question goes to Dalmas. Speak to the practicability of that part in your manifesto that speaks about life beyond.
Thank you very much. Life beyond, it's number 2, point bullet number 2 in my manifesto. So, there is life beyond my face. There is life beyond class. There is life beyond after 4 years you have graduated. So, this is what I was meaning. In this school currently, this all about personal growth and development, relationship matters, and mental health. The reason why I suggested this life beyond is for inclusion purposes. We have counseling psychology students in this school. We have peer counseling club in this school. We have Red Cross club in this school, and we have mentorship association in this school. So, for example, the menace that is affecting the school on the matter of drugs, is there something that we can mitigate among us as we as comrades, because it's the issue that is affecting us as comrades. So the solution can come from the comrades themselves, and that's why I decided that let's just request. That's why I suggested in my manifesto that there will be live chat spots, and the spot is SPOTS, which means it's a dark spot in your in a white floor. So it will come this way. We invite a speaker or among us somebody who has the experience in the area that we are suffering, and then we have the live chats. For example, the students are asking questions, and then the speaker is answering direct, to involve student directly. By doing so, and having also the men-to-men talk, girl-to-girl talk, will help a lot, because we have seen it during peer counseling week. Thank you.
Okay, my next question goes to Dorsila. In your manifesto, Pad a Girl ATMs, what is the aim? Can you shed some light on what the aim is exactly?
Okay. So Pad a Girl ATM is an ATM that I would like to introduce to ANU. So what I did is that I did a research, and I realized that there's some many students who are not able to afford their basic needs things. And with the Pad a Girl ATM, it's a metal ATM where you can put an affordable money, either 3 bob or 5 bob, and you get a pad. This way, it's going to make it easier for ladies to survive. Basically, the economy is becoming worse and worse, and it's not getting easier for anyone. And being able to afford a pad right now, one is like 75 bob. Yeah. So, yeah.
The next question goes to Kimawachi. In your manifesto, you've spoken about the prospective alumni lecturers. Do you have any reasonable prospects of this being realized, bearing in mind that departments such as law school that you've spoken about, we don't have enough lecturers? Do you have any reasonable prospect of the prospective alumni lecturers being realized?
Yes, it's possible. Because, okay, at the moment in law school, we have vast law school, that is why I'm saying that. Because, okay, currently we have the likes of IU. And you see, if we are going to have these lecturers who have been trained from here, there are high possibilities that if we get into the future, the school is not going to suffer when it comes to the availability of lecturers, because we have people who have learned here and they'll be available because it's not new to them. They have been here. They have been given the opportunity for peer teaching. Just imagine you're being taught by a person who's your age mate. Like, things will be much easier. So I think it can work, and it has been proven to work. Yeah.
Dalmas, I have a question for you. This is regards to the CPA, CPS accounts, and then it's a two-faceted question from your manifesto. So first, where does the money that is required to fund this setting up of a CPS?
Okay, thank you.
Just a minute, I'm not done. So the second part of my question is this: should we prioritize the money towards setting up CPA center, or should we be sending this money to ASOSI, where 30% of students who apply for ASOSI miss out? So allow me to get that straight. Thank you.
Thank you. This number 6, I've written this manifesto as project proposal. So the project proposal, number 1, it's not a guarantee. It means that it's a project that you are going to propose to the school, to the administration, to see whether the mitigation or they have the enough funds to bring the course in place. So when I wrote this project proposal, there are some things that I thought that, for example, for the School of Business, give me time. For the School of Business, we are many students, and many students are requesting for CASNEB exams. This is something that the school can look into and then see how to mitigate this process to come here to be available on campus, because we are doing CPS but from other universities. We are taking this money to other universities. We are relocating from our house to go and stay away from the places that we are conversant with. So I was seeing if this, for example, the Masters for Law students is something that we can debate about and then present to the administration to see if it is viable. That's why I said project proposal. It is not a guarantee, but it is a proposal to the school administration to see whether it can be mitigated. Thank you.
So the next question goes to Dasila. In your manifesto, you've spoken about the introduction of sports fund. Currently, we have inadequate ASOSI funds. Do you think it is more convenient for us to first handle the problems that we already have as an institution before measuring in other implementations?
I believe that we have a problem of funds, but I also believe that there's always a way you can find a solution. The reason I proposed the sports fund is this. In school, we only have one team that receives scholarship, basketball. What about football? What about hockey? What about badminton? There are students who are really suffering in this school and need that scholarship. So the main reason I proposed the sports fund was that they can also have the opportunity to learn with their talents. I do not like the notion that goes round that basketballers are favored. That's why I introduced the sports fund. I want it to help the other teams that are not able to get scholarship. Yeah. Thank you.
This is a general question. This is a general question. What will you do different from your predecessors to make a statement as ANUSEC chairperson? You can start with Philip, kindly. The question is, what will you do different from your predecessors to make a statement as ANUSEC chairperson?
This is what I'm saying. As chairperson of Secretary General. As the chairperson, yeah. No, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to talk the truth. Now listen, it's interesting, yeah. Now see, okay, in Africa Nazarene, we have to talk the truth. The truth is this, that for us to have a good leadership, we need to set standards. And the standards that we need to set is picking the right leader who's going to actually actualize the things that we do. And this is how we are going to pick the right leader. Listen, this is how we are going to pick the right leader. We are going to pick the right leader if we are going to look at qualities, not other things, the qualities of a good leader. Now, if we do that, then our school is going to continue, like it's going to grow, it's going to become the better place. But if we choose people based on other lines, then we're not going to reach anywhere. So I invite you guys on Wednesday to vote for me because I'm bringing change. Thank you.
The next question goes to Dalmas. You can first respond to that question that she asked.
Thank you. What I'm going to do different, we understand that after delegate selection, their mandate always distinguishes after they have voted. But this is my plan. For example, we have a case study of procurement students. They were elected as delegates, then they formed association of the procurement, and then we have seen the fruits of procurement department. So this is what I'm suggesting to you. Let's just relax. Let's just relax. In my manifesto, I have something that is called school scare. For example, I want to bring the face of community development on face. I've called it humanitarian scholars. This peace and conflict psychology, mass communication, community development, theology, and education. This specifically to do this. I've interacted with students of CMD and counseling psychology and also peace and conflict. I've asked them, when you reach in third year, where will you go for attachment? They have told me they don't know. So this is what I suggested to myself, that using these delegates that have been elected, they can voluntarily become the leaders of these courses, which means that there will be mitigation and arrangement of the plans so that we can have guest lectures and also in an interaction with organization outside to boost internship projects. That is my plan, that I'm going to do different when I'm elected as a chair.
Thank you.
If I am elected, if I am elected as this chairperson, I'll make this very short and direct. I intend to fulfill my manifesto. That is what will make me different. I intend to fulfill everything in my manifesto. Thank you.
So the next question goes to Dalmas. It is a general question, but you can just start with you. Who supervises the day-to-day activities of the council? And in your personal opinion, is this supervision sufficient enough to incorporate the desire to enhance accountability? Who supervises the day-to-day activities of the council? And in your opinion, is this supervision efficient enough to incorporate the desire of accountability?
Okay, thank you. The one who supervises the day-to-day activity of the council is the executive committee. That's the chairperson, deputy SG, and treasurer. I think they're enough to stand for accountability.
My question is, who supervises the day-to-day activities of the Students' Council? It is in Article 7 of the Constitution.
So, as I've said, the supervision, the chair will supervise the day-to-day activity of the council, and it's enough.
Well, okay. Silence. Silence, ladies and gentlemen, silent. In the house, we have our Dean of Students. And he wishes to speak to us. Kindly let us give a round of applause as he comes to speak to us.
Thank you. Let me acknowledge our moderators and the candidates and apologize for stopping our debate just briefly so that first of all I can greet us. Good evening. How are we? I hope we are having a good time. Now. Thank you, sir. I wanted to make an announcement and just communicate a very important notice, and I would want to ask that you take note that this week is a good week. It's a busy week for us. We are having these activities that are going on relating to student election, but at the same time we are having the legal aid week that is going on, and it began today so powerfully. Tomorrow we are having several visitors, distinguished guests who will be coming on campus to speak to us. And I have come here specifically to extend an invitation to all of us to Janigan Chapel tomorrow. Personally, I'll be there because we are having serious guests, especially law students, but I would want all of us to be part of the conversation that will be going on tomorrow, because this is the best way that we can connect with what is happening in the industry and what is happening in the market. So number one, may I suggest that specifically law students, I may be communicating to the dean so that we make that part of our classwork so that all of us tomorrow will be there. But all of us, students of African Nazarene University, are invited to be part of that conversation tomorrow. We just had a meeting with Madam Jiriri, the chair of the department, and she has confirmed that all the guests, Justice Nyaoga, the acting registrar of the High Court, will be there tomorrow. And these are the people that you can rarely find. So it's a very rare opportunity for us, and I would want you to make good use of that opportunity. Are we in agreement, sir? Yeah. The second thing is that I want to appreciate us for conducting ourselves so well, especially with the exercise that is going on. Let's give reason and good conversation a chance. I know we are celebrating and having a wonderful time, and even as we do that, let's listen to the reason and the logic that is coming from these people, as we continue to engage and see how best we can make our society a better place. Otherwise, I want to wish us all the best, and I want to hope that we'll have a good time, that we will exercise restraint and just respect each other as we go through the process, and make sure that these people that have given themselves to lead us have an opportunity to express their ideas. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate, and I want to wish us a wonderful evening. Asante. Asante.
Kindly let us give our Dean of Students a round of applause one more. Well, at this particular juncture, I'll urge the panel to give us 2 more questions. Then after that, we'll have questions. As promised, we're going to have questions from the audience as well. Panel, back to you.
Okay, this is a general question that goes to all candidates. How will you ensure that funds are not misused, given that you are the signatory of all financial transactions of the Students' Council as stated in Article 11, Section 1.7?
Thank you. Number 1, I'm a very principled man, and I'm doing accounting. So everything that goes out as a signatory, it must go in books. That is all I've been taught, and that is what all I've been doing in my life. So I understand it best.
Concerning how I'll ensure our funds are not misused, you know, funds are misused at the point where you give tenders, and probably the prices may be overestimated. Now, what we have to do is look at the standard price, and also when we're giving tenders to different people, they have to keep things on record. And also when giving tenders, we'll keep it open so that as many people as possible can apply, including you students. For example, if we want to get something for an event, we are going to invite students to apply for the tenders. We are not going to apply on a personal level and decide it as an executive. We are going to keep it open and consider every person, and what they have to offer. Yes. That is how I'm going to protect the funds.
A way that I will ensure that the funds are not misused is to, first of all, let everyone know that decisions that are made by the executive committee. And therefore, I have been able to interact with the treasurer, with the aspiring SGs, and I can see that they do have strong personalities. So I am very aware, and I know that whatever decision we will make to our best ability not to mishandle the funds. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, okay, it is 6:40 from my clock. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this particular time, allow me to invite the various aspiring leaders to be present to offer us their closing remarks. Then we'll be able to receive questions from the audience. Okay, Dalmas, you can kick it off.
Thank you. Let's just be calm. People will always make time and prioritize what is important to them. I myself, as Dalmas Odhiambo, I prioritize to be the chairperson of you because I value you. You are the person, you are my brother and my sister. You are the person that I take at heart. Thank you very much.
This is my closing remark. This is my closing remark. Now, if you want to see change in Africa, Nazarene, choose the right leaders. And if you fail this time, then we are going to wait for another generation to do that. But I'm calling upon you all to make the right decision on Wednesday. Thank you.
Comrades, I, as Dosila Okode, I am honored to be in front of you today. I am glad that you are able to hear my manifesto, and I believe in heart that you will stand with me, that you will support me to give the comrades a good life in ANU. Thank you.
Mic one. Great. We are now moving into the segment of questions. Security, security, security. We are now moving into the questions, and we'll have the question from this side. Let's start here.
Thank you. I just have one question for Dalmas. It has been said that Asiye Penda Dalmas ni mwenda wazimu. Do you wish to distance yourself from those remarks from your supporters? Or should we judge you by the phrase that says, I show me your friends and I tell you who you are?
Let's relax. Let's relax. Let's relax. Let's relax. I have not heard that statement, so I cannot substantiate what you are saying.
Kindly settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Thank you. Thank you. Supporters, settle down, settle down, settle down. We're now going to the next question.
So my question goes to Dosila, and before I ask Dosila this question, I want to ask my friend Philip first. Dalmas is my friend, yes, he's our friend, right or wrong? And you said in your sentiments that some of us are supporting him because we are just friends. I want to say this. Personally, I know Dalmas as a disciplined, dedicated, determined, devoted. Dalmas is a charismatic, enthusiast, and presumptive leader. And it is with honor, and it is with honor that these philanthropists, octogenarians, and custodians have demanded that you apologize unconditionally for that. Now my question goes to Dosila. Dosila, we all know you, and we all know you are deputy. Rogendo is seated here. You asked for our votes in the last electioneering period, and we supported you. One of the things, if my conscience serves me right, you promised us a swimming pool in this institution. I want you to tell us that how sure are we, if we elect you as our president, you will deliver. Because we have seen instances where we elect presidents in this school, their work is to wear suits and greet everyone in La Sala. And even the pilau was no meat.
Okay, that's a very interesting question coming from you. First of all, you want my answer? Kindly welcome. Allow me to answer you. Okay, silence. Last year the manifesto had a swimming pool, right? But we are all here for the presidential debate to hear my manifesto. I have not indicated anything that allow me to answer you. If you need my answer, allow me to finish.
Silence. Members, audience, silence, kindly.
Allow me to finish. We are here to hear my manifesto. Last year I did not vie to be the chairperson, but this year I'm vying to be one. My manifesto,
Silence. Security, be on watch. If you misbehave, you will be removed.
My manifesto has very realistic budgets, and you have been able to see it. The reason I drew it down because I wanted to achieve things that were easy to achieve for the comrades. That is my answer, and I hope I answered you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is this side.
So my question goes to Dalmas.
Kindly let us keep quiet. This is a fair platform. Hello. Please, let's keep quiet. This is a fair platform. We need to hear all of us, please. Give us this hearing here. Thank you.
So my question goes to Dalmas. My name is Lynn Saliamo. So this is our fast growing world with technology. So in this ANU, for you vying as a student leader, how will you create an environment for innovation within your leadership team and within the students?
Thank you very much. Number one, in my manifesto, I have talents and entrepreneurship. So this, allow me to explain. For example, for people doing business to showcase, because we have some people who are doing small business in the school. But in the talents, we also have computer science students who always use their skill. For example, somebody like Harlan, who developed the system that we are using to vote today. I think that is an innovation towards technology. Now mine, you know, I'm not an inventor there, but now I'll use through Afrinaz to air each and everything that is going on in the school, so that we can boost any talent, any mere thing towards technology that might be accruing among us, the university. Thank you.
Silence. We are finishing this up right now. Mr. Kimawachi was asked something to do. Let us listen to him.
Okay. If I had Dalma's side, I'm really sorry. But okay. I'm saying if I had Dalma's side, I'm really sorry. But I was about to finish the sentence. I was saying if it was me, I'm not encouraging my friends to vote for me because I'm a friend. Yeah. But I'm really sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Like I was going to Dalmas, then me, then to Dosila, but I'm really sorry. I was cut short. But that was the plan. I was about to go to Dalmas, then then Dosila, but you cut me short, so I'm really sorry.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. At this particular juncture, first of all, allow me to kindly let us congratulate the presidential aspirants for making that bold step to be able to come here. Let us congratulate them kindly. And also, yeah, we have closed the question and answer session. Now they think that, yeah, it is over, it is over. I like to invite the former president or the outgoing president to come close for us with a word of prayer. Mr. Dennis Kariuke, kindly come and pray.
May I have your attention? Comrades, may I have your attention? Attention please, attention. Shh, tunyamaze tafadhali. May I request comrades, please, you may have your seats just for 1 second, dakika moja.
Okay, allow me also to take this time to honorably ask our aspirants to take their seats honorably and wait until we are done. The ANU Electoral Commission will also want to have a word with them. Thank you. Let's finish with a prayer and closing remarks from the outgoing president.
Okay, thank you. I want to thank all comrades for coming together so that we can celebrate our leaders. Ndio? Viongozi namna gani? Comrades power. Comrades power. Let me remind you one thing. Always remember that is your brother. That is your sister. That you are a comrade. Ndio? Usisahau mwenzako. Right now we shall be divided by political rivals, but all in all at the end, tukumbuke kwamba sisi wote ni nini? Ni comrades, ndio? Yes. So I just want to urge all delegates, do not choose lies, do not choose people who are just coming to tell you, oh, I will do this and that. Just choose wisdom, sawa? Because wisdom will always prevail at all times. Sawa sawa? Yes. Okay. So tunyamaze. Okay, shall we pray? Tuombe. Tuombe. All right. The name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father, we come before thy holy presence. We say thank you, God, for this day. We say thank you, God, for our leaders that you have chosen for us, O God. Lord, you know who is going to win and who is going to lose, my Lord, Almighty God. Lord, you say that leadership comes from you. Lord, we pray that you may give us the best leader who is going to move our university to the next level. Lord, we pray for your wisdom. I pray that you may walk with us, Almighty God. Father, we pray for your favor and your blessings. And it is a humble prayer that we pray it as I believe in your holy name. Amen.